I love your hair now. You foam or your original hair? So good. Good to see.
뭐라 그래?
지가 그렇게 했대.
Good morning, boys and girls.
Morning.
I am going to tell you how a story saved my life. It really, really did. When my sister and I were kids, we would walk all over town. We had the freedom to do that. My sister was about 11. Is anyone here about that age? 10, 11, 12, there you go. I was probably about 8. Is anyone here 7 or 8 or 9? There's quite a few of you. Well, one of our favorite things to do was to walk about a mile from our house and go to a grocery store that sold candy. Does anybody like candy? Oh, it was a good thing I had to walk a mile to get candy because I ate a lot of it. On the way home, we were laughing and talking, and I had this yummy candy in my mouth. Now, it was one of those round ones, kind of flat round, but a little humpy on the top and bottom. Do you know what those are? They're hard candies. What? Maybe. It wasn't a chocolate coin. It was a butterscotch candy. And I loved these, and it was in my mouth. But then something happened. It was like a lollipop without the stick. Okay, so it was the sugary, yummy part. Don't want to eat the stick. So that thing just suddenly slipped into the back of my throat. And instead of swallowing it like a big, huge pill, it just got stuck. And I couldn't breathe. I let my sister know I couldn't breathe. She figured it out right away because she's very smart. And she looked around for help. She looked way over there, and there, and there, and there was nobody to help. Well, she looked across the street, way across the street, where she knew there was a medical building. How she knew that, I don't know, but she knew. And she thought, can I make it over to there? It was not chocolate, it was hard sugar. Hard, solid sugar. Yeah, I'll tell you about the candy. That's part's coming. So my sister, what did I do with it? At the store with money. So my sister knew she couldn't run to that medical building and get help and come back to me. And she thought, what can I do? What can I do? Then she remembered. Years and years and years and years ago, our grandma had told us a story about how she had been near a baby that was choking, and she had turned that baby upside down gently. Don't try this at home. And she had patted it on the back, and the baby wasn't choking anymore. Whatever it was choking on came out. So my sister looked at me and thought, she's too big, I can't really do that. But she said to me really fast, Jeannie, do a handstand. Do any of you know what a handstand is? You do. You can do that? I'm not going to ask you to do that right now, but you can too? Well, I love doing handstands. It's not like you don't put your hand down here and stand on it. That is not a handstand. Can you tell me what a handstand is? Right, and your feet are up in the air. So I did that because I love doing that. And my sister started to grab me by my ankles, but there's not a lot of difference in height. And you know, I'm heavier than a baby. You know, when you're 8, you're heavier. And she thought, oh no, I can't take her by her ankles and shake her up and down. That's not gonna work. So she got down and she grabbed me around my middle and lifted me up. And you know, that butterscotch candy was launched. It went flying and I could breathe again. And I am so thankful my grandma told us that story of how she had saved that baby. Because otherwise, I wouldn't be telling the story, would I? It's hard to live without air. So you can't live without air. No, you can live without candy. Not without air. So, stories teach us a lot. There's lots of wisdoms in the stories. Wisdom in the stories we hear from our pastors and our Sabbath school teachers and our teachers and our friends and our grandmas and, you know, just a lot of people. So, like, soak up the stories. That's all I can say. Okay, you can go back to your seats.
Amen.